Paranormal Commute makes your everyday sardine-packed commute seem like a refreshing walk along a sunny beach. Solve puzzles and overcome challenges to complete your commute safely in this short first-person puzzling journey. This is a game that never saw the light of day. In Paranormal Commute, you get thrown into the first person of your average office worker, simply trying to make your way home using any means necessary. Things turn sour when you arrive at London's Elephant and Castle subway station and fancy taking a cat nap while waiting for your connection train. After awakening, all the lights are out. You are left with nothing but your thoughts, trusty phone torch, and complete darkness, or so it seems. If the eerie darkness doesn't get you, something or someone sure will. Run for your life through various stations, tunnels, and modes of transport, solving puzzles and finding secrets to make your way home safely without being bitten, bruised, or, well, to put it lightly, dead. You will be challenged. And the developer is Giffen, publisher is Mike Simulation. I'm pretty sure they are the same person. An indie developer from the UK who has abandoned the game. So what I'm going to do is show you the preview and then we'll dissect what happened to it. So that was the preview on the Steam store. It looks pretty wild, but unfortunately it's really dressed up and it never really saw the light of day. The Mike Simulation is the one that began the game. He began creating a game where he just wanted to do a simulation of the London Underground. And this is the demo that we're playing. So this is the very first what he created, wanting to this is what he actually put down for people to back him. This is the demo. And you can go in and out of the train. You can actually drive the train. At this early point, he had trouble working out how to build trees. They weren't quite right. The map's kind of superficial, just finishes off there. It's built on the Unreal Engine 4. That's what he's using. And he's basically wants to create a real-life simulation of the London Underground transport system. So it didn't even have any other zombies or anything else that will be added later. As Jordan Giffen is a zombie enthusiast who is also from the UK. And as I said, I believe it might be the same person. Definitely this is the map that we're using, that is being used for the preview that we showed you on the Steam store. Now this was created maybe early 2020, going around that time frame. You can open the door. You can actually drive this. I drove it off the map. So all that happens is it just sends you back to you. The game closes and you have to reload back in. Let's go searching around a little bit. This he was exceptionally proud of. This is his idea of London. The doorways aren't really that good with the buildings. He did build a section that he used as another demo backing, trying to explain to customers if they backed him what they would be in for. That's all blocked off in this black area and you can't get to it. I will explain what's going on there, but you can't get to it. We do have a couple people. This guy looks like, I don't know, he kind of looks like Matt Pat from Game Theory. That's a theory. A game theory. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Very, very, very weird. They all have the same face. And he also made cars. And what he seems like he was legit in wanting to build something ambitious. This guy, as he went out to sample sounds from the transit system and cars and everything and add them to his own game. As you can see, Mike Simulation is the one that he's put a building there. There was an arcade little game you could play in that little building. Also on the right there was an elevator that leads to another subway. We're going to go to that subway, the other end of that elevator platform, riding the train. So we're going to ride the train now. This is an AI situation. You can override the train. Basically, to ride any train, you have to close the doors first. You can slide a window. Oh, sorry, hang on. Missed it. There we go. You can slide the window back and forth. And you can take control, put on the brakes, do whatever you want. But we're going to let it go because I want to show you the tunnel system. He had a lot of trouble being a young developer, I guess, or a new developer, working out how to do the tunnel system properly. You can see it's sort of wavy and a bit all over the place. I'm going to open up the door so you can have a look out, really. Now you can actually jump out there, and what the train will do is just push you exceptionally fast through the tunnel. It's quite fun. The demos are free. You can download them from his YouTube channel. There's links in there. So yeah, if you want to see what happens and you want to jump in front of the train, if you do jump in front of the train, it doesn't kill you. Just press spacebar and you get automatically reset back into the middle of the train. But okay, so we're going to come up with the other side of the tunnel. If you go too far down that tunnel, you will fall off the map. We'll do that later. And Matt Pat beat us. He took the shortcut. Oh, mongrel. There's buttons here, but they don't work. And there's the elevator. So the other elevator was up where we were in that Mike Simulation building. But on the there's a map here, and that shows you what he planned to originally create as a simulation. So he was very, very ambitious. Anyway, this is his second demo. It's basically showing how he's improved the character. The problem is and you start actually in the subway in the second demo, and that's where the game seems to have taken off from that starting point. You spawn in there and you kind of wake up in a subway sort of situation. He's doesn't move, he doesn't do any expressions, he just stands there and blocks the way. You could make it through the whole train if he didn't block the way. You got to kind of get in front of him, I guess. This is COVID. There's a sign on the right that talks about Mike Simulation's YouTube channel, and it also talks about a Toasty, which is a YouTube channel, Scottish streamer. She's very popular. I don't know why, but anyway, you see the top there, you see all the stations. I'm not sure if the game originally intended to go to all those stations. And we stop, and we're going to show you the tunnel. So this is a tunnel that we saw in the same, so it's exactly the same map. This is the tunnel. You can press shift to run a little bit, that we saw in the commercial or the preview, the teaser of the on Steam. Okay, just dressed up to make it look something. Now I'll show you how the map will work so we can have some sort of idea. I'm going to fall off the map and look around. So we've basically got two subway systems, and that subway over there has a black tunnel that leads to this subway, and the areas just lead to another platform which goes back to the other tunnel. That's it. So now the third demo for backers was this, where all these AI go onto the train, but they all disappear, and nothing new. It's all exactly the same. Quite boring, really. And then he started teasing around with zombies. And when I say zombies, I'm talking more Slenderman zombies. So we have the gun system. And this is where Jordan Giffen, who is a zombie expert, you see that zombies trying to karate chop, seems interested in... This seems to be the original premise, or he was having fun. Now that is very strange music he's added to this whole thing. And you do get some basic puzzles. There's more, you got the same buttons. So this is definitely without a doubt the Mike simulation map. And here's the train that we need to get up. I don't know if it's this train we need to get on board, or I'm pretty sure it is actually. They're all over the place. I actually want to... Don't mind this. No. Just... That is so stupid. Anyway. And you can move further up, or you can just stay here, as you can see. Again, Toasty and my simulation, you can read it on the right there. As I said, she's a Scottish YouTuber. I don't know if she backed him for this. There were a few people that paid $25 and so forth in order to encourage production. It never went anywhere. He eventually made a post 21 saying that he's lost the interest, and that's it. It's finished. And to thank the backers, he released these demos as playable, not the zombie ones though, which is a pity because I would have been more interested in the zombie one. So you pick up the submachine gun. Well, it was supposed to be announcements being made in the train station as you approach the train station, on the stations and so forth, voice announcements. That was never added. It was to be implied to be added, but it never came to fruition. I don't understand why he got these tunnels right, but he couldn't get a train tunnel right, which he calls a spline activity. That's how he gets the trains to go through the tunnels, using spline. Good grief. What the hell is that for a gun? The problem with using something that loud technically would bring, oh my god, I would shoot the speaker system in the if that piano kept going. So again, we have the Elephant and Castle. We're in the Elephant and Castle station, which the Steam page says that we awaken at. And we have to try and get out while the zombie apocalypse is happening. I don't understand why he didn't make this a playable demo. especially for the next part. The next part's pretty cool. So you're wanting to get a key card, which I'm assuming is to a gate that we saw in a... and it opened up a gate. I'm just trying to put the pieces together because after finishing the game he lost interest and that was it. Never really spoke to anyone. I call them Slenderman zombies because of their long elongated arms and they try and karate chop you. It gets more freakier in the tunnel. Now you do have a torch, by the way, even though it's not activated here. I love this part. This part looks so cool. It's... can't see anything, but look at that, there's a torch. It's like, what the? That reminds me of Wreck. Slenderman Wreck. That's so cool. Look how fast they go. That's nightmare material, that. And the game finishes with you dying on the train. In the Steam page, you do see a gate that leads to the outside world. I'm not sure if in the original premise was for you to eventually win.
Virtual Underground hopes to be the next London Underground simulation game. I want to emphasise the word game here, as this is likely not going to be the next train simulator. Instead of failing to create the most technically realistic simulator of all time, I instead hope to bring you a unique slice of the City of London. Developing the route for the game will take some time, so I do want to inform you of some of the features which I plan on adding to the final game so that you can... Hello! And welcome to my game. It would probably explain the reason why I haven't been uploading any videos for quite some time now. And I've also started college, that's another big factor. But you can download this now, by the way. You can indeed download this. It will be linked in the description. Whenever I update it, I always upload it to the OneDrive. So the location will never change. The one thing I do want to show you is that it's not just this building here. You have yourself, a tiny, tiny unfinished portion of London. Which, I thought, I'm kind of proud of it because I've modelled everything from scratch. But anyway, let's move on from that. We have here an elevator, and it is fully functioning. Doors closing. Lift going down. This is obviously an underground station, a London Underground station. If you know what the Underground looks like, this probably looks fairly similar. This is just a kind of a demonstration of a train, just to show how the way the spline works. The spline is basically the path the train uses to follow the track into the tunnel. Also, one fun thing you can do is you can click the button and then run out, and then the lift will go down on its merry way. Also, by the way, this machine is it does work. So if you can press the button and you see at the bottom left your money dynamically changes. I can't even get it in one. Come on.
Unfortunately, that doesn't work inside the demos that he gives. But that was the developer's voice. This is the earlier model of what he wanted to do, an earlier preview. And I'm going to sign off after this, and that'll be it. Unfortunately, that was Paranormal Commute, a game, a very ambitious simulation that eventually added zombies and never saw the light of day. Well, that's it. Until next time, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.